Baby fell asleep pretty quickly today, and I'm gonna try and get a bunch done, although it is gorgeous out and I'd really rather just sit on the porch and drink iced tea. I got 651 words done during nap time, and now the weather is gorgeous and the yard cleanup has resulted in a bunch of sticks. So, bonfire time. I didn't write any more last night, so it was 6:53 for the day. I am now behind again. I am 426 words behind, meaning I should write 17 something today. I don't know, I'm tired. So last night I'd gotten to a point where my character is having to stop and reflect, think things through, and I kind of felt like I needed to as well. I'm not sure I did a good job of that. I've mostly been busy and busy and busy and busy. So I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna look at my document, I'm gonna give it a shot because baby is sleeping. Baby is in love with this toy cat that looks so much like our real cat. I thought nap was going to be extremely abbreviated. I had just gotten 200 words done when the baby woke up. It turns out that was just an intermission and nap ended up continuing. So I got 541 words, or enough for one sticker, enough to catch up for how far behind I was from yesterday, but not like enough. So it is evening now. I just want to listen to my audiobook. I am listening to Genesis Begins again. I don't remember the author, so I'll put it at the bottom of the screen. And it's interesting. It's a little tense, but enjoyable and middle grade. But I'm gonna try and get a little bit more done anyway, because I don't want to be a full day's worth behind. Excuse me. Darling. Well, I hemmed and hawed and dawdled, but then I wrote almost 1,000 more words. So today I have a sick kid. We, are never exposed to other humans. I think it was something non-food being consumed. This kid will eat anything. I mean, anything. So today's been a little disrupted with a lot of cleanups. I did somehow manage to get 600 and some words. So I was like 260-ish words behind when I finished last night, which is good because I'd been a good bit more behind than that. My words leave me, I don't know, needing another 900 and some maybe tonight if I want to catch up completely. And I would like that. But I also I'm just gonna see what happens. Kid is still sick. I needed to make a timeline, so that was one thing that I did. That actually I didn't count that towards my words, but I realized as a pantser, I always make a running timeline where I keep track of things that are happening as I write them. And I was on day 4 for this manuscript in the in-book timeline, and I realized I hadn't been keeping a timeline. And I realized this because there's other stuff that I wanted to keep track of in the timeline, which days she has which classes in school, a recurring sort of calendar event. as well as the specific timeline of these 4 days. So I did that. So after the fallout from this sort of what feels to her like a betrayal, wasn't really her best friend trying to betray her, because her best friend didn't know that she had started going to this gender sexuality alliance group. She hadn't told her friend, and her friend started a petition to try to get the group shut down, without knowing that my main character was part of it. And so my main character feels betrayed, and actually speaks up and, says, I disagree with you. But as this sort of par for the course for her, she's using other people's words. She's using the words of this author, quoting, wise characters from her favorite books to make her point, rather than using her own words. And so she has spoken up. And when it's clear to her mother that something is wrong, she says, I had a fight with my friend. She did something mean to some kids, and I told her I disagreed with her, and now she's mad at me. Now she's getting praised from her mom is praising her for standing up for others, and she's kind of feeling squirmy inside because she doesn't feel like she deserves that praise, because she hasn't admitted that she was actually one of the people targeted by this mean stuff. And so she's having a lot of emotional processing, and she's starting to think about this friend. Was there other stuff? Have there been other times when she was unkind or did bad stuff and I didn't notice because I wasn't the target, and so I let her be mean to people and I haven't spoken up before, so she's trying to think this through, as well as feeling like she now suddenly, very awkwardly, if you remember 7th grade at all, she doesn't have her friend, and so she doesn't have a place to sit in the cafeteria. She doesn't have this sort of social life jacket of having somebody, and so she's getting closer with some of the kids, one in particular that she's met at the GSA. And the GSA is going underground. They're going to keep meeting because they've realized what they don't have permission to do is meet at the school. So they're going rogue. And I'm really excited to write that. That's going to be some of the next stuff I might get to tonight or tomorrow. So that is where my story is at. It is early. It is chilly. It is beautiful and golden with twittery birds. So I did write 800 some more words last night, so 15 something for the day, and I'm only I think less than 100 words behind being on track for my goal. So I'm just like squeaking along, either a tiny bit ahead or a tiny bit behind. And that's great. I'm happy with that. I'm having fun sort of taking my time thinking through the story. I'm glad that my goal was a little lower than a traditional NaNo. I'm definitely in the B story. I'm exploring the, new characters, and my main character is definitely out of her comfort zone, out of her depth. She's having to try new things and take risks a little bit. She's definitely not a risk taker, and so it's been very gradual for her. I hope I'm doing this character arc justice. I don't know. I try. I'm very plot driven, so I'm having fun with the plot and I hope everything else works out okay. And I'm continuing to enjoy writing middle grade, and I really wasn't sure how well I would do with that. Obviously I don't know how well I'm doing it, but I thought I was gonna be more apprehensive, less sure of myself, and I think that having read a ton of middle grade recently has really helped me to get the feel for it and feel like I understand the conventions of the genre and am able to have a reasonable 12-year-old 12-year-old voice for my main character. So that's where I'm at. I am happy about my progress. I am really enjoying the story. I am always concerned about character arc, but I'm not letting that stop me. My next goals are fun and games. I'm going to also try to take some time at some point. Kept hoping I would get enough ahead that I could just take a day to work on query stuff. I may end up letting myself get behind on my nano goal because of that. I don't know. I'm also going to try to make some spring flower timers for my channel because I've made beautiful Vermont autumn foliage timers and winter snow timers, and it is time for beautiful spring flowers. So I don't know where I'm gonna find the time to work on this. At least my kid is feeling better today. Until next time, I am Moon Petrie, and I hope whatever challenges you're dealing with, you are facing them with a smile. Leave me a comment if you want to tell me how camp is going for you. And I hope, even if your weather isn't this gorgeous, there are birds tweeting near you.